Wise One Gaming.
Welcome to Wise One Gaming. This is M Soldier on the mic, and today we're going to be taking a look at Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, the beta review. And I have some of my team members on here, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Bill Hendricks. I'm looking forward to reviewing this game with the team and sharing what we think about it. It's an exciting time for us with this new game just coming out.
Hello all, this is Sir Turbo. Been waiting for several months for this game to come out. We're going to get some good reviews, get some good info on this game, and we'll see how it goes from there. Enjoy it.
This is Borkakra. I've been looking forward to the game as well, and hopefully you enjoyed this little tutorial.
So we're at the main screen right here. You're going to see that all we have is multiplayer available. So campaign, Warzone, zombies, and well, it looks like the store's open. Obviously, they want you to buy the game, right? But so the only thing that we're doing is a beta review on the multiplayer right now. I can't wait for zombies to come out, that's for sure. Now, some of the things that you get for free right at the beginning for just trying out the beta is you see some of it right here. You're going to see that for playing it, if you play on Call of Duty Mobile, you'll get Adler, the agent, one of the main people in the storyline in the campaign. So that's kind of neat. But also, if you pre-ordered, you get Woods to play in Modern Warfare too. And you get a skin for or a weapon blueprint for when this game comes out as well. You also get a weapon blueprint or a skin for Modern Warfare. I think it's the M4 Old Fashioned or something like that. And during the weekend when you play, you're going to get access to tier skips for Modern Warfare just for playing. You're going to get a couple of them. So there's like, if you reach level 10, which is also the same level that you have to reach to get the blueprint for this game, which I think it's a Uzi. But either way, like you get that Uzi blueprint for when the game comes out for Cold War, and then you'll get one tier skip over at Modern Warfare. But if you reached, I think if you reach max level during the beta, or you'll get the no, I'm wrong. So if you just for playing once, you'll get the free tier skip. But if you reach level 10, you get 3 additional tier skips. So you can get a total of 4 tier skips when we in Modern Warfare just for playing the beta and reaching level 10 on top of the blueprint. So anything you guys want to add to that?
I can't think of anything. What would happen if you've already reached the maximum in Modern Warfare before the beta started? Would you lose those tier skips or?
Yeah, that's what happened to me last time. I didn't get the tier skips that I earned later. They didn't come in Season 6. So I had earned some at the end of Season 5, and I had completed it, but they didn't give it to me in the Season 6. So I think so, yeah. Yeah, that's what you get for being so fast and completing everything, Will. The first thing we want to talk about is pretty much the loadouts, okay? So when you go to loadout, you just got to switch over here at the top. You can create a class. Now, when you first start, you don't have access to create a class. You have to reach level 5 of the beta to get it. And I don't remember the classes that were the base classes. Does anybody remember them?
Not really, no.
I know we have Overwatch, Tanker, and that's all I can remember.
And Poison something, I think. Yeah, so basically it was the LMG, an LMG class. I don't remember the other ones, to be honest.
Assault rifle, SMG.
Okay, yeah, that's right. But I know that when you ranked up to level 2, it opened up the M16 base class, and I was using that, so I kind of left it alone. But we have double XP going on right now and double weapon XP, so we've progressed pretty quickly to get some of the attachments and some of the weapons unlocked, so that we can tell you about them.
I've been using the assault rifles, and I've maxed out the XM4, which is quite a nice assault rifle, and I've unlocked the AK-47 and the Krieg 6 and the QBZ-83, and I quite like the assault rifle because it seems to be quite a versatile weapon that you can use at various ranges to to get to the enemy and take them out reasonably easy. And I think it's a nice, good all-round weapon group.
All right. Anybody else want to give input on what their favorite assault rifle is?
Yeah, my favorite assault rifle for right now would have to be the AK-47. It's deadly. Sure, it's got some little bit of recoil, but the stopping power for mid to short range is excellent. When you first start with this weapon, or any weapon at all, your reload speed is kind of slow, but you progressively build that up. But as I said, the AK-47 is my go-to weapon for now.
And I'll have to side with Soldier on the M16. It's pretty remarkable. But as far as loadouts, I'm running M16 with the SA12 shotgun, which pretty much keeps you in the game with some high kills and keeping the team going.
Me, I would say in the assault rifle class, I would say the AK-47 is the go-to for me. I see a lot of people using the XM4 and the Krig, and I don't know if I'm saying these right, so pardon me if I got it wrong. But yeah, the AK-47 to me is the best one. I really like it. It takes people down quickly. I actually have paired it with my M16. And so when I'm up close to somebody, I'll switch over to the AK-47. When I'm a little bit at distance, I was switching over to the M16. So I like the two. And we'll show you how to do that in a little bit here. So moving on to the submachines. Let's see here. Do any of you guys prefer a submachine?
Yes, I quite like the submachine guns. I don't know if I prefer it over the assault rifles, but they can be useful weapons at short distance, and the MP5 is quite good. And what looks like could be an Uzi is the Milano 821, which is quite good. And the AK-7 looks like it's less powerful than the others, but it could be a useful weapon.
Yeah, for myself, the AK-74U I've used in past games before, and I'm glad to see it in this game. It's my go-to sub weapon. It's fast, it's agile. As Will said, the stopping power is not that great, but the mobility with it is pretty on point. And the how fast it spits out the bullets is pretty good. So I get a lot of kills with it.
And I'll have the second Will's MP5 choice. It's kind of frustrating at first, but once you start getting some attachments on it, it's pretty dead on, and you could get some decent gameplay and with it. And its rounds per minute are pretty decent.
All right, so for me, I would say in this class, I would take the AK-74U. I really liked it. As you can see, I've leveled up mine a little bit. So I started playing with this yesterday evening a little bit, and I like it. It's pretty accurate. Yes, it's not the fastest fire rate in this category of weapons, but it's very steady, and it's still faster than like an assault rifle, the regular assault rifles. So I like it. It's not a bad one. The MP5 though, I could see that it's a go-to as well because it's very you point, you shoot, they're down. It takes a couple of bullets, but as long as you're on them, those people are gone and fairly quickly. So I didn't really go on the Milano that much, and I think this is the one that we're going to get a blueprint for as well. So I'm going to have to try that a little bit more. I wasn't too impressed, so I guess I moved on. But let's go ahead and now we're back into the marksman rifles, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the Type 63. So did anybody else use the Type 63?
I haven't used the tactical weapons yet, but the M16 is quite good as a burst weapon. But for a semi-automatic, the 63 is a reasonable, accurate and powerful weapon.
Yeah, I've used the Type 63 a couple times. The visibility is pretty cool. It's got good control when you're aiming, precise, and a good stopping power.
I've used a Type 63 a few times. Not really my cup of tea, but it is a decent, you know, marksman rifle. My go-to, of course, M16. It's just, that 3-round burst is just amazing.
So, with that being said, I do want to point out that the Type 63 takes only 2 bullets to shut down somebody. Sometimes 1 if you're head mark. You know, obviously if you shoot them in the headshot, you're taking them down quicker. But I've only need to put 2 bullets with the Type 63. And on the M16, that's a different story. You got to hit your mark to knock them down. It is a headshot. I believe it is 1, but 1 is 3 rounds going at it. So like it's hard to tell, you know, if it's only one bullet or if it's actually the set of 3 going that way. But either way, the M16 is still it's the go-to, man, for me as well. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the light machine guns. So I've tried the Stoner 63. You know what? I gotta say, it's not bad. It's not the greatest weapons. I do see that we get a lot of slowdown when we're carrying a LMG in this game compared to the other weapons, and we know that's a standard, right? You're gonna carry an LMG, you're gonna walk slower, you're gonna move slower. So yeah, so the Stoner isn't bad. I like it. I've leveled it up. It gets better once you put attachments on it for sure.
Yes, I quite like that. I've been using the Stoner quite a lot. There is a little bit of slowing down in movement, but it seems to be minimal for me. And aiming speed, you know, is reasonable for given it's an LMG. Rate of fire is quite good. It seems reasonably accurate, and it takes down the enemies reasonably quick, giving you a reasonable advantage in the shootout with the enemy. Seems good fun. But it's not the best LMG I've used.
Yeah, for light machine guns, for right now, Stoner 63 is the one I have unlocked. It's decent. Like everyone has said, it slows you down. It sends rounds downrange pretty good, so it gets you good kills if you just stay on the trigger, but you want to, you know, kind of do a burst mode. I'm actually looking forward to the RPD, which is unlocked at level 37. That's my choice weapon I've used in the past games, and I'm glad it's back. So I'm actually looking forward to the RPD. I'll probably take the RPD over the Stoner 63 just because it's more mobile, and I prefer the stopping power with it.
I haven't really touched too much on the LMGs, just briefly through the default classes, but the RPD, amazing. I've used Stoner 63 in past games, but in this one it seems to be lacking a lot of the power it used to have. But all around, they're decent guns.
All right, let's get to the snipers. So the Pellington actually the snipers here in this game seem to be a little bit overpowered if you ask me. It's definitely if you're a sniper, you're gonna love the game so far. Now, could any of these weapons be toned down, updated? Sure, they've already been tweaked like 2 times during the beta and alpha that they had, so they could all be, you know, different when the game comes out for all we know. But right now, the Pellington is a go-to for a sniper. Even I don't like snipers, and I can lock on and take some people out with it. So it's pretty quick. The Tundra, I haven't played with that one that much yet. I've unlocked it, but I haven't played with it as much. I picked it up, I guess, once, and it's accurate. And what I have to say is the Tundra, you're gonna get a lot one-shot, one kills with it. So you don't have to expend more than 1 bullet. Whereas with the Pellington, sometimes you get hit markers, and that's the disadvantage of the Pellington. It's quick, and it's quick to aim down sights and to try to take out your target, but it looks like you get some hit markers here and there. Where the Tundra, it seems like every time if you locked onto them, you're gonna take them out with the 1 bullet. So that's the difference I see with those 2 snipers.
Yeah, I agree with what you said there, Soji. It's true. It's also good for, well, frustratingly for us that don't camp, for campers who are sort of head glitching across the map and taking out players as they spawn. But they're both very good. Snipers have both got their pros and cons. But you're quite right about the Tundra being a little bit better at taking the enemy out with the one-shots. The Pellington is a good, accurate weapon as well. I think the They both have the pros and cons, and both have similar strengths.
Yeah, the sniper rifles. Let's see. Well, I'm not really much of a sniper, but haven't played with the Pellington. I've played a little bit with the Tundra when I first started the game. If you're a quick scope type of person, the Tundra is the weapon because you can quick scope quick and get kills, which people don't like, but that's the game. Like I said, I'm not really much of a sniper person. I'm more of a running gun, so that's all I got to say about the snipers.
I touched a little bit with the Pellington. Haven't really got down to try the Tundra, but as far as quick scoping, I feel the Tundra is okay, but Pellington's a little more because you're one shot head or chest. And I mean, it's pretty straight on, dead accurate.
I want to show you something that this game has done a little bit different that I haven't seen in another Call of Duty within the gunsmith. Well, obviously we've seen gunsmith already. It's returning from Modern Warfare, but there's a little bit of a difference in this one. I'm going to show you on the M16. So, I'm going to click on the M16. You're going to see the M16 load up. You're going to see it as my primary. Then I'm going to go to the gunsmith, which we've seen before in Modern Warfare. But now when you go in here, you're going to see in Modern Warfare, you saw like a little indicator of how the weapon would change a bit, right? So under optics, it doesn't do this. But if you go to like, let's say muzzle, and you put like the first muzzle that's unlocked is muzzle brake 5.56, right? And you look at it, and it has the little bar, and the little green indicates that the accuracy goes up. But if you right trigger, it gives you the breakdown of the stats, right? So to me, this is like really good because you can understand how that 10% actually helps the weapon. You know, whether it'll be based on your gaming, the way you like to play, what you actually want to put, and how accurate it's going to make the gun towards what you're trying to accomplish, right? So for me, in this case, I want the recoil to come down on it, right? So if you look at it, it says the vertical recoil is what the 10% plus is actually for vertical recoil, and it measures in joules, and we're not going to go into all the scientific details of all that, right? We're just going to say that now you can see that if it affects, the vertical, the horizontal, the centering, and how much it affects it. Is it better, or should I put the flash guard? Which, obviously the flash guard, if I was worried about ammo and my signature fading from the map, how much does it fade? And in this case, it only fades 70%, sorry. But if I put the silencer, it goes 100%. So my signature is masked completely from the radar. But with the flash guard, it's only 70% masked. So these are the things that you can see that you couldn't see before, So once again, let's go to barrels. And I already have it open, so you can see that rapid fire right there. It increases my fire rate by 12%, so it goes to 1,016 RPM. All right, but if I, let's say if I go down to cavalry, my fire rate is at 909 RPM, but my vehicle damage now moves up to 175, which is a 250% increase. So if I know I'm going to go into a match and I'm trying to take down the tanks or the choppers or whatever is coming at me, this might be something I would consider putting on my attachments. Now, if you go down to like titanium, now you see that my fire rate now shot up to 25%, but it also the effective damage range went down by 25%. And you can see the actual numbers. So to me, I think this is something that's important that they brought to the game, that you can actually take a look at it yourself. You don't have to go look at videos or anything like that. It's all right here now for you. What do you guys think?
I think that's a really good addition. I hadn't noticed that before. It's good that you've informed us. I think it does help you make an informed choice as to which attachment you use, which is much better than previous COD games.
Yes, I agree. I've been using this every time I unlock a new attachment. I go check out the details and see what it adds to my gameplay and see if I can better my gameplay or if I want to downplay it a little bit. So, yeah, I really like that they came out with Gunsmith and you can see the details. So that's what I use every time I get a new attachment. Helps me out.
Then just like Will, I just found out about the whole, extra detail of the right trigger on the attachment. So I mean, now I'll be able to kind of pinpoint a little more of my problem areas with guns, which is pretty nice.
And that's why we have different people on, because people explore everything differently. They take a look at the perspectives are different, so it helps us. And that way, when we bring this back to our team, it'll help them figure out stuff that we might have already encountered. So I'm glad that some of you guys just found out about it, and some of you guys were already using it. So that way you guys can see the benefits of what we do for our team. So that's awesome. All right. So it looks like I think we covered weapons pretty good right now. So I'm gonna go down to or the tactical, lethal, and field upgrades. Right. So right now for me, the go-to is the stim shot. You start with a stun grenade, but as you level up, you get these unlocked. I haven't unlocked the decoy yet, but I really don't care for the decoy anyway, so I'm not really looking forward to unlocking it either. The smoke grenade, I hate smoke grenades. I just don't understand why people throw these every 5 seconds. I can't see anything. They can't see anything unless they have a thermal optic, which is a pain anyways. So for me, it's not my gameplay. I understand people play different, but I hate those. So again, my go-to is the stim shot. What about you guys?
Yeah, I tend to go to the stim shot as well. I find it helpful when you've been taken down and you can revive yourself, carry on with the game without having to sort of go to cover so much. I think it's more helpful.
I've used this stim shot a couple times. It has saved me in some tight moments. I've used a smoke grenade a couple times. You got to be like a sniper. You put down some cover and move.
No, you would.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but my go-to tactical would be the stun grenade. I like stunning guys, and they don't know what the heck is going on. You come up behind them or alongside them and kill them. Decoy, I've never used it, and I never will.
My go-to tactic, or there's the stim shot as well. Kind of keeps you going, so you don't have to be weary about cover, hide and mine stuff like Will said. And then smoke, I would agree, is a good thing to go to if you're on a kind of a domination or capture type of objective, so that you can kind of cover yourself and not get taken out on the objective. I'm with Turbo as well on the decoy. Never going to use it, never do. So.
All right, moving on to lethals. So you start off with a frag, and then you move up to C4 Molotov. Honestly, I'm not I'm not a smoke type of person. I don't really care for using these either. I really enjoy the feel of the gameplay when you're shooting people. So I rarely use my frag, C4, or any of this stuff. But if I had to pick, I think what I've been going with, and I'm actually going to switch this loadout to, is Molotov, just because it's fun when you see them just burst into flames. But graphic wise, I say, but like I said, I forget I even have them because I don't. That's not my gameplay. But I understand how people use these, and they're very tactical with them, because I've been in matches where they're just lobbing grenades. The whole team lobs their grenades over to our side, and I'm done, or vice versa. Our team members will throw grenades over there, or very accurately place C4. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I've been using the frag at the moment. I tried the Molotov, didn't seem to help very much, like it would have in previous games like Modern Warfare. I've not been too good at using the C4, but it can be helpful. I've got better at using the C4, particularly in the Modern Warfare. So I'm looking forward to trying C4 a little bit in this game as we progress.
Myself, I love the frag. I love to cook it, wait for it, throw it, and it kills them. Hits them in the head and they're dead. C4 I've used a couple times. It's good if you are on the low ground or the high ground and you can't quite kill them. You just throw that C4 out and it gets them. Molotov, and I like watching people burn. Some twisted reason I do it. It's pretty cool. So the Molotov is my go-to.
And I tend to use the frag, like to cook it as well as Turbo does. I kind of use it both for the killing and to kind of throw them off, thinking someone's behind them or something. And I mean, C4, that's just kind of OP for the lower ground to high ground takeover.
Moving on, so we're going into our next thing, which is field upgrade, which is the proximity mine. The proximity mine is one of the ones that you get unlocked first. Then you got the field mic. Proximity mine, you guys all know what that is. It's basically something that you drop and make sure if somebody walks by it, it's gonna blow up in their face. So it's not. It doesn't really take a genius to figure that out. The field mic is it can be used very It's a very tactical equipment that you can use because you can put that up and it gives you a circle around you. And if anybody invades that circle, you're going to hear them louder. So here's the thing that people aren't using it correctly. They'll just drop it somewhere and then they leave that area and they think that it's going to help them throughout the whole map. That's not how it works though. Like you have to be near this for it actually to be picking up sounds and giving you a higher sense of where people are at, where the footsteps are coming from, or who's loading up a gun near you, and that way you know to turn and shoot that direction. So to me, that's a good one to have. The trophy system, obviously, if you have some people in there with RPGs, you're probably going to want to have the trophy system on. Or does it work for grenades?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Sam turret. Now this is fun because, for some reason, and they turned this down. But during the beta, they've already had an update where the scorch streaks are not as easily obtained. And then they did another update where now, like specifically the spy plane, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But that was being spammed, man. People had like 5 of them up there. I swear I've seen more than 3 up there at once. But if you have the SAM turret, it actually helps you take those down. You just place it down there, and as long as they're in that area, it's going to shoot those things down for you. So it's not a bad thing to equip. It just depends on what kind of gameplay or style you're going for. The gas mine, I've fallen victim to this a couple of times, and I'm gonna put it on this loadout because I want to try it out. But, oops, hold on. But the gas mine basically it's almost like a proximity mine, but instead of getting an explosion out of it and blowing them up, it's more of it just releases this toxic gas, but it takes them down pretty quickly. So it's kind of it's lethal. I like it. And I guess it's to me it's between the gas mine and the field mic, I guess. No, I really like the gas mine, the SAM turret, and the field mic. So it just depends on what I'm trying to do on that match or what we're playing, or which one I'm gonna use. What do you guys think?
I've been using the proximity mine quite successfully in the game and getting a few kills with it. The SAM turret is a nice return from something I've seen in earlier Call of Duty games, that you could put SAM turrets down and stuff. And the gas mine I haven't used. And the field mic, like you say, you need to be in the area of the field mic for it to give you a benefit. I have seen players leave it and then disappear across the map and not use it properly. But yeah, I like the proximity mine and the SAM turret, depending what type of game you want to play. I've not tried the jammer, but it sounds like it could be a bit like an EMP sort of type device.
Yeah, the gas mine, aka gas grenade, as we know it. It's just a cluster of gas grenades, 5 of them put together in one, and they go off. You emit this cloud of toxin, and you're in that toxin. You're gonna get some damage. And you're gonna be disoriented because you're coughing and all that stuff, and you can die in the cloud. The SAM turret, I've used a couple times already. I'm starting to like it. I put it up toward the back of the map so it can't get shot up or shot down. The trophy system I've used during domination, and it, like Soldier says, it basically kills all the grenades, any tactical thrown at it, it kills it. The field mic, I haven't used the field mic yet. But like Soldier and everyone else has said, you got to stay within the proximity here. People coming up behind you or whatever. The proximity mine I've used in the past, other games. I still use it. It gets good kills. I use in a lot of matches, but my go-to right now would have to be the SAM turret because I like destroying those score streaks.
Yes, I second the SAM turret. I use it most of the time. I do switch to the proximity mine. It not only does it get some good kills from people walking past it, but it also gives you another alertness to where the people are at. Field mic, I use it objective base for domination, so you can kind of tell if they're on the other side of the objective, contending it, and that's about it for me.
All right, good input. Let's go to the perks. We have 3 perks available. 3 perk slots available. The first thing is going to be your. You actually get the engineer open unlocked as soon as you start playing. It's all right, I guess. I don't really use it a lot, to be honest with you. I didn't care for it. Paranoia, it kind of tells you where they're coming from, like that somebody's targeting you. It gives you like a heads up on your display. It's okay. I feel like they could turn it up a little bit so like you could see the outline of the paranoia for you more. I do feel like this game has some things that they need some bugs they have to work out still, and I feel like that's one of them. And I'll get to one in another perk slot that's similar to the problem that this is having. Tactical mask, I think is a go-to. It's a must right now because it helps you with flashbangs, stun grenades, and you're immune to the gas that people are putting up for those little gas mines. So I think that that's one of my favorites right now. That and I'm trying flak jacket because I just want to see how good it is in here. So far, it hasn't been. I just got it unlocked, so I'll put it on this one that we're on right now. So it's not. I don't know. I'm not sure about it yet. I'm still kind of looking into this one, but I think that this is going to be a go-to perk in the future when the game actually comes out. I think people are going to use it a lot more.
Yes, I agree with you. I've got the tactical mask. I was using engineer, which helps you see where their equipment are. You know, but the tactical mask is very helpful. It sort of protects you against flashbangs and stun grenades and makes you more immune to the gas.
Yeah, when I first started out, it was engineer. I like seeing where people put their traps. You can destroy them, get some points that way. I haven't used paranoia yet. Probably won't. My go-to right now is the tactical mask. Like Soldier and Will said, it helps with the flashbangs and the stun grenades, and you're also immune to the gas. Flak jacket, I haven't used. I'm curious to try it. I've used it before in the past games, and it's worked with grenades and combat bows in the past. I haven't used it yet, but I'll probably equip me here soon and just check it out.
My go-to is paranoia, so you can kind of know when someone's aiming at you or outside of your vision. If you can't see them, it pulses, so you kind of know someone's there in the range. Tactical mass is good against, the gas, all that. Engineer helps with seeing score streaks or what you call it, and then blackjack obviously helps you take less damage from grenades, which is quite a good perk if you got teams just lobbing grenades all game.
All right, perk 2, you're going to see Scavenger, Assassin, and Tracker. I haven't unlocked Quartermaster yet, so yeah. Scavenger, everybody uses Scavenger. You need ammo, you got a weapon with low yield of ammo, you're going to use Scavenger. I mean, that's the go-to. It's a classic. Assassin, there's some controversy about this, and I honestly don't see it being a big deal. But it basically, when you attach Assassin, anybody that's like a Kingslayer or somebody that's on a score streak, a kill streak. I mean, they have like more than 2 or more kills in a row. They're gonna come up on the mini map with the bullseye on them, basically, or no, like the targeting. What did he call that?
Crosshairs.
Crosshairs. Yes. I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, so you're gonna see them on there with crosshairs, and if you go after those guys, you're gonna take them down, and you're gonna get more points for killing them. So that's it's. I tried it. I saw what it is, and I'm like, if the target's across the map, I'm not gonna run all the way over there to get that one guy in between, like 6 other people that I have to run to get to him, or I just, it's all right. I mean, it depends on how you want to play, and if you're just going to try to get all the kills and steal them from them and get more points that way, I guess you could, this could be helpful, but I don't think it should be such a controversial perk. I don't think a lot of people would be using it once they unlock certain other ones. Now, here's the other one that I think is broken completely, Tracker. I like Tracker in most games, so I use it a lot. So I put this on, and I'm like, I know I killed an enemy. I'm like, do they have ghosts or something where I can't see their footsteps? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. And so I kept looking, and I'm like, I'm not seeing. And I finally noticed that they're so faint, you can barely see the footsteps and the imprints that they leave when you have Tracker. So to me, this one and Paranoia, they need to turn up the way it shines because it's very like, especially Tracker. Your Tracker's broken even more so because you can barely see them. They're very faint. Sometimes they're like, it's almost like they're going underneath the graphic of the floor, so you can barely see some parts of the footprint. So I think that's right now I can't use this one. It's broken. I can't use it. I don't think it's worth putting it on because I'd rather have Scavenger right now, and even Assassin over Tracker, because it's just not working correctly.
That answers a lot of problems. I questions because I tried Tracker and for a short while I couldn't see the footprints from the enemy, and it makes sense that they must be very faint. But my go-to is Scavenger because using assault rifles with not much ammo, it's nice to be able to pick up ammo as you go. Otherwise, you run out very quickly and end up sort of being killed because you've no ammunition. I've not tried the Assassin. Like you say, it doesn't really appeal.
Yeah, Scavenger's good to go. If you're trying to replenish your ammo, you're low on ammo, you go pick up fallen player's ammo, and you're good to go from there. The Tracker, I haven't used it yet on this game. The past game, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like Soldier said, the imprint is really faint on this game, but for the Modern Warfare, it's really bright. You can see where they are. So I agree with Soldier. They do have to turn up the imprints on the Tracker. If they do that, then I will start using it more. But for right now, my go-to is the Assassin. I'm kind of a run and gun type of player. I like to go for the kings and get more points. So that way I can get my score streaks up further. So that's all I got to say about that.
I too second Scavenger because ammo gets pretty scarce when you're just kind of unloading on people and getting kill streaks. Assassin's good, if you're able to get to those, kind of king slayers and get those extra points so you can get your score streaks faster. Tracker, faint, no need to use it. Like they said, it needs to be turned up. Quartermaster is pretty decent if you have a longevity in life in the game so that you can recharge your equipment and keep throwing nades. And that's all I got.
Oh, good. So you actually use Quartermaster. I haven't unlocked it yet. Oh, I thought.
Yeah, I just unlocked it.
Nice. Okay. So we're going to perk 3. So some of my favorites, all-time favorites, are in this section. So you got Gun Ho. It obviously if you're running 2 weapons and you want to move between both weapons, you want to run Gun Ho. It also has other abilities to it, and you can read it. It's not it's not a secret. We've seen Gun Ho a lot. Ghost is the same thing. We've seen it before. We know what it does. It is one of the ones that I like to use right now more so. But as soon as I unlocked Cold-Blooded, I was all over that, right? But in my opinion, and I haven't unlocked it yet, Ninja is definitely a must because if they can't hear me coming, and I also like Turbo said, run and gun. I like to run and gun. So if I have Ninja on, I can do that a little bit more without them picking up where I'm at, and I can get a few more kills just based on the fact that they didn't know I was around the corner or that I slid around the corner to take the shot. So I think Ninja's going to be my favorite here.
That sounds good. I haven't unlocked Ninja either, but I should be unlocking it very shortly. But I have been using Gung Ho because I've been sort of running and trying, shooting while sprinting. Ghost is, like you say, it's as it says, and Cold-Blooded is quite a useful perk to use. But I'm looking forward to unlocking Ninja and giving that a try. It does look quite interesting.
Yeah, the Ninja for me, I can't wait to unlock it. I'm only a couple levels away from unlocking it. I've used it before in the past games. I like it. You sneak up on them, they can't hear you. You kill them. I like pulling out my knife and shanking them right behind them. They don't know what hit them. Right now, currently, I'm using cold-blooded. I don't like to be killed by the score streaks, so I like to run around the map and last a little bit longer. Ghost, I've used a couple times. Hides you from the spy planes. Gung Ho, not really gung ho about it. Switch weapons faster. You take less damage from falling, but Ninja, looking forward to that.
My go-to would be Gung Ho or Ghost. Gung Ho's good because I run the two weapons, so when I run out of the main weapon, I'm switching real quick while sprinting and reloading, so I can kind of put a shotgun in the chest. Cold-blooded's nice just for the no thermals or the score streaks not getting you, and the ninja is just it's beast. It's just awesome, so you can sneak around and get everybody from behind.
And in this game, we have wild cards back, so that's pretty cool that we can get this back here. So to me, man, these are all I really like them all. To be honest with you, right now, it's like this is my I love it. But so danger close. Basically, you get another grenade or another one of those, in whatever you have in that slot. You're gonna get two of now. Lawbreaker. Basically, with Lawbreaker, you're what I like about it is this is the one where we can put two guns in either slot. So you can have two assault rifles or an assault rifle and an SMG. You don't have to have a secondary, which we'll cover the secondaries in a second here. So that's Lawbreaker is kind of a go-to if you want to have two different weapons and you want to level them up quicker. So like you might want to have one for long range engagement and one for short range engagement. So it just depends. Gunfighter, this is, for me, this is going to be my go-to because I want to put everything I can on that gun. And so this gives me more attachments to be able to, once I level up that gun, I can, really do something with it. Make that gun like a OP. So I haven't tested it yet. I barely unlocked it, so I'm not really, I can't really say how, where I'm at with it yet. And I haven't unlocked perk read at all, so I'm not too sure how that would go. I'm sure it's great, but to me, I think it's going to be, for me, it's going to be between Gunfighter and Lawbreaker.
Yeah, the one I've gone for as a go-to is Gunfighter because I like the idea that you can put extra attachments on your weapon and, as you say, as I just said, making it more overpowered, and it does help. I've maxed up one of my assault rifles and I put maximum attachments on, and I've done that with one of the LMGs. I put extra attachments on, which helps tremendously. It's a good go-to perk.
At danger close, I love running extra lethal and tactical. I have it on some of my setups. Two of my setups, I have the Lawbreaker. Carry that extra assault rifle that you already have, or an LMG. Gunfighter, I actually just unlocked this. I love equipping 3 additional slots for my primary because I like the soldier said, load up, get all the attachments you can, and you're killing it. You're killing it. Perk greed, I haven't unlocked it yet. I'm just a couple levels away from that, but equipping an extra perk for a category, that's always good to go.
As right now, I use the danger close most often because I like the extra lethal and tactical. Plus, you start with the max. Basically, start with max ammo. Lawbreaker is good for the different the different weapons. Gunfighter, all the attachments definitely helps out to kind of lower those recoils. Perk greed is pretty decent since you get to choose each an extra perk for each category, so you can kind of run your ghost with cold-blooded, your ninja with a gun ho, whatever fancies your gameplay. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, so now we're going to go to the secondaries. So on the secondaries, you have your pistols. You get the 1911 right off the bat. I'm not sure if the Diamante is right off the bat, or if I unlock that later on. To be honest, I'm not sure. I don't have the Magnum yet because it's at level 40, and this beta only goes up to level 40, and we were beta capped at 31 as of Friday, and we barely started looking into this on Saturday. So we still have some levels to go. So that's the pistols. I can't give you much details on because I am not a pistol player. So I'm gonna let my team members tell you about them.
Yeah, like Soldier, I don't tend to use the pistols. I think they tend to be a bit overpowered, and it's a bit frustrated when you're getting killed with one shot from across the map by someone whose head spawn, head glitching. But they're useful if you get used to them. They can be handy and useful weapons, but I don't tend to use them.
Yeah, I myself for secondary, I go for launchers, which we'll get here in a little bit, but pistols I've used. The Damati, you do have to unlock it, get to a certain level. I just unlocked a couple levels ago, and that's my preferred pistol. It's a burst fire pistol. You get quick kills. It's accurate. The 1911, it's your standard pistol. It's a good semi-auto pistol, good accuracy. But my go-to right now is the Damati. I like to, like I said before, run and gun. So when I run out of ammo of my assault rifle or submachine gun, I switch to my pistol. And like Will said, it sucks if you get shot from across the map with a pistol. It's like, how the heck do you do that? But if you do it, you're like, yeah, I got you. So pistol's not that bad.
I haven't touched the pistol as a secondary in this one yet, but I mean, 1911, pretty decent, and those are the ones you usually get hit across the map with. You're like, what the heck? But that's all I got.
All right, so shotguns. Now here's I haven't really played with them that much. So again, like I said, I'm not a secondary person, but if you're gonna use one, use the Gallo SA-12. I believe that is the broken weapon as far as shotguns go right now in this game, because it takes people down quickly. That's the only thing I have to say on this.
Yeah, I'm the same as Soldier, but I do agree. The Gallo SA-12 is a very good shotgun to use. I've tried it a couple of times, and it does take the enemy down very quickly. But I'm not someone who would use a shotgun normally unless it's part of a challenge or a game sort of objective.
Yeah, I agree with my fellow teammates. The Gallo, it's crazy. You just get the kills quickly, and when it's against you, and they kill you, like, how the heck did he kill me so fast? Well, it's the Gallo. The Holler 77, it's a good standard pump shotgun, but the Gallo is where it's at.
And I am a heavy secondary user, especially with the Gallo. Kind of run your main out, reload, hit over to the Gallo, and you just hit fire like crazy. I mean, taking the guys out left and right. That's what I got on it.
All right, so we're at launchers, which I love the launchers so far in this game. Now, I only have the Sigma 2 unlocked, and I know one of our teammates, Dr. Melomood, is going to love this launcher because he is all about this type of launcher. And him and his partner, Lisky Whiskey, they love to take out the UAVs for the team. And so we love having people that like certain objectives for the game, right? So those are our guys to take down the UAVs, and from them I've learned to play with the launcher just to make sure I get all the. In this game, they're spy planes, right? Just to get all the spy planes taken down. I was just like, they put so many up there. I was earning medals left and right using the Sigma 2. It's easy to use. You lock on and just mow them out of there. They're done as soon as you lock on. That's all I have to say on this one.
Yes, I agree with that. I mean, I quite like using the Sigma 2, taking down the spy planes, and it's good fun. It locks on, and then you just fire and figure out. It's a really good rocket launcher. I've not unlocked the RPG-7 yet, but I might not sort of bother with that so much as I have in the previous games. But it's a good. I like the Sigma 2.
Yeah, right. The Sigma, it locks on pretty quickly, and you get that score streak kill. Like in the past games, it takes a while. It's beep, 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 and they can fire. The Sigma, it's like beep, beep, and you're locked on, so it's really quick. Now this is my favorite one, the launcher that I'm looking forward to that I've used in past games, and I've gotten so many kills. And if you look at some videos on the team, you'll see that I use the RPG-7 quite a bit. I've been getting some quadruple kills, triple kills. I aim at the feet, I aim at the walls. I mean, you ask Soldier anyone, I'm the RPG king. I love it. I get lots of kills. I'm actually looking forward to that, and I'm only about 3 levels away from that, so I'm going to be rocking that quite a bit.
That is true. Turbo is our resident RPG-7 user, and he does do well with it. I love having him on the team because I know that he's going to cover the team.
Yep, got your 6.
I have both unlocked. Haven't really touched much of them, to upgrade them and all. I kind of tend to stay away from RPGs because I feel that it's just kind of too easy. And that's all I got.
All right, so moving on to the melee. So yeah, we only have one thing in the secondary for melees. It's the knife right now. Dude, I don't use knives. We do have a resident expert that uses knives for our team. He's not on with us right now, but yeah, Titan, he usually, man, he gets some kills with knives, axes, whatever the game usually has. He'll be the guy doing the trick shots with those. In this game so far, the knife I feel is a good tool. I've been killed a few times with it, and these guys come out of nowhere and just stab, you're done. Like, it's quick. So I do feel like the knife is something worthy of running around with the map and using, but I just don't. It's not my gameplay. I rather shoot a gun, so it's there. That's all I have on that one.
I agree with that. I wouldn't tend to use a melee weapon unless it's part of a challenge. I'm not very good at running around with knives and getting away with approaching enemies from the front or the back with the knife. It's a difficult gameplay for me.
Yes, sir, the knife, the combat knife. Very lethal. You got to know when to use it and when not to use it. It's CQB. I've been killed a couple times by it. I have actually killed a couple guys with it. It's one swipe and they're dead. It's a good knife, but it's not really my favorite go-to unless I'm close quarters combat.
Yes, I agree with Turbo. It's an excellent weapon. If you can get the kind of feel for it and run around without being detected. Definitely something you would use with your ninja or such. I haven't really touched it much, but looking forward to equipping it a few times and see what I can get going.
All right, moving out of this, and we're gonna go and talk about SCORESTREAKS. Some of my favorite subject here. This game, actually, I like the score streaks in this game. They're fun. The spy plane was, well, let's start with the RCXD. You don't get the RCXD right away. You do have to level up a little bit. I've never liked the RCXD. I'm not that player. I don't like using this little remote control car. I feel like it's cheap, but we do have some people that love this thing. So it's it's a preference, I guess. The spy planes are so easy to get. They did do an update to them, and it seems like it's going to be they're going to take a little longer to be able to respawn and use again. So we probably won't see as many spy planes today on there. The counter spy plane, I haven't used it all. We know what it is. It's a counter. It goes up there and it blocks the enemy's spy plane, so they can't see the mini map. It just scrambles everything for them. The sentry turret, I like it. It's good so far. It's not a bad score streak. It's fun. Napalm strike, man. I just love the effect. Can I get a lot of kills? Probably not, because I'm not good at picking the map spot the right way. So, but I've gotten a few kills with it so far, and it's fun. It really is. I just like to see the fire just blow up, and you see like clouds of smoke, and then everything's gone. Artillery, I think, is a go-to. It's just easy to earn, and you could definitely take some enemies out, especially if you're playing objective base mode game. You know you're going to be able to use this and take them off the objective or prevent them from coming to it. I don't have air patrol unlocked. It looks interesting. I can't say much on that one yet. War Machine. War Machine is fun. If you like launchers, if you like blowing things up, you're gonna want the War Machine because the War Machine, you just load up these shells and just shoot them at the enemies, and they're just gone. Smithereens, man. It's a fun weapon to unlock as a score streak. I like it. It's not bad at all. And it's not hard to get to it, to be honest with you. It comes up pretty quickly. And we'll talk about the mechanics in a bit. Attack helicopter, yeah, it's a good one. It's it comes up there, shoots the enemy. You don't have to control it. It goes up there on its own and does its job, and it gets kills. Now I haven't unlocked the chopper gunner. I haven't unlocked the chopper gunner yet, so it's something that I guess we were gonna have to take a look at in the future. It's at level 38, so I'll get it in today. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the chopper gunner. And go ahead, Will.
Yes, I've been using the spy plane and napalm and the artillery to reasonably good effect, and I quite enjoy using those. I'd like to obviously get a chopper, but it's difficult to get that. Yeah, I enjoy using the napalm and artillery.
Yeah, for score streaks, I've got everything unlocked except for the chopper gunner. I just recently attached the air patrol. I mean, who doesn't like a good old dogfight in the air? It kills the score streaks, so your team is safe and you are safe, and they don't run the score up on you. So I've got the air patrol, I've got the attack helicopter, and the counter spy plane. Once you start playing this game, a lot of people use the spy planes to find you and your teammates. Well, I like to counter that so they can't find us. So I've been using that quite a bit. I like it. It scrambles their radar and they can't see what's going on.
I personally run for SCORESTREAKS. I like the RCXD. It's amazing. I mean, just kind of a quick little bombing event. It has this jump feature, so you kind of come up over the cliff and get them, so they're not expecting it. I also run the napalm. I just kind of switched that over. It's pretty nice. War Machine, excellent for clearing groups of people that like to kind of travel together and kind of run map. And then, I run chopper gunner here and there. I just unlocked it. It's pretty nice. Obviously, just control your own turret on a helicopter and just mow down the team.
So in this game, this has changed a little bit. Score streaks, you're gonna earn them. Period. As long as you get the kills necessary or the score, to be honest with you, to earn it, you're gonna get it. So, the way the game works is that if you go on a kill streak, get like 6 and up, you're gonna earn your score points for your different score streaks faster. If you're not getting kill streaks like that, it's going to take you longer, but you can still earn them as long as you get enough kills or enough points to get to the point that, like for example, attack helicopters at 4,000. So, if the game runs out and you haven't got there, well, obviously that's the only reason you wouldn't have gotten it. But, it's really easy to get these things, or at least once in your lifetime. They do have a cooldown period. The cooldown period for spy plane has gone up, so it's going to take a lot longer for somebody to build spy plane up again. So that's a good thing because those things were up there like crazy. So I like the way it's set up. I don't think it's bad set up for right now. I think this gives everybody an opportunity to get score streaks that they haven't used before in the past, and it gives them an opportunity to work their way up to that. So that's my opinion on that one.
Yeah, so I just want to reiterate, I'm not sure about you guys, but I actually find it a lot easier to get the score streaks, especially the chopper gunner. I mean, in past games, you got to get a really good score streak to unlock or use your score streak. Say like passing the Juggernaut, that was almost impossible to get. But for some reason, this game it's actually pretty easy to get the score streaks that you have selected. That's what I found out
Well,
personally.
you realize that it's persistent through death, right? So it doesn't matter how many times you die, it will still, as long as you get to that score, you will get that score streak.
Yes.
In the
Yep.
past games, it was different. You had to earn the amount of kills or the amount of score without dying for you to get those things, and that's why it was so difficult at times for some of the higher end score streaks. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's easier in this game. And it's what I was saying to that point, Turbo, is that I think that's why I like this, because it gives everybody an opportunity.
It does, yeah. I totally agree with you. It makes the game play a lot more funner.
I second that notion of it making it a lot easier, especially for the younger gamers that we have that kind of starting out younger now. They kind of tend to get a little frustrated when they can't get those kills in a row to get something they want to use because they like it, and now they have the opportunity.
Yeah, I like that. That's the less experienced or less proficient player can get these score streaks and enjoy them as much as the rest of us can. Those who can get them.
All right, so this was the review for the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Beta. And, there's still more to the game to come when the game actually arrives. We have zombies, which I'm really looking forward to playing right now. Wish we can get it now, but it's good to save something for later, right? So my opinion of the game, I actually like the game. I know a lot of people out there in the community are pretty much not liking the game. They're having some issues with it. A lot of talk about, skill-based matchmaking. I think it's actually okay in this one. I do see some lobbies where, man, you have to work super hard, just like the one we just played. We lost it by one, and we were putting in work on that one. So it just depends. We didn't have a full roster of team members on, so I think that's one of the reasons why it didn't go our way. But I like the game. I think there's some improvements that need to be made on certain sections, and we talked about some of those things. But overall, I think this is going to be a good year for Call of Duty. But I don't think it was just Treyarch. I think it had a little bit to do with what they had laid out with Infinity Ward and some of the changes they had made, and of course some of the influences that Sledgehammer had before they were out of the picture there. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. I think you can see the influences of the game houses like Sledgehammer and Infinity War, and I think it's improved. Not just being Treyarch. I'm looking forward to the campaign with the customizable operators and the multiple endings, and I'm looking forward to obviously seeing more of the multiplayer and the other various modes that we haven't got access to yet. But I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's much better than Modern Warfare was and some of the early games. It's very promising, seeing as it's an excellent beta. I think there's a lot of promise in this game, and I've enjoyed playing it so far.
Yeah, I agree with Will. I enjoyed playing it so far. The graphics are incredible. I like it. One gameplay I'm actually looking forward to is zombies. I'm a Zeke killer. Got to kill those Zekes. I'll be playing a lot of that. But so far, the game's pretty cool. Like Soldier said, they got to work out a few bugs. But yeah, looking forward to launch day.
And Support Kakarot, I agree with the graphics. Gameplay is fairly decent and good. There's not too much complaints there. By far one of the best betas they've kind of released as far as graphics, gameplay. And I'm signing out.
All right, this is M Soldier signing out for the team.
This is Wilhelm Tracer signing out for the team.
And this is Sir Turbo. Out.
This is Support Kakarot. Adios.
The wise have spoken.